Good morning, everyone. To day 6, we're going to do a grounding, a meditation, and move into some time where I will just give some prompts to help those of us who are mourning some losses because of this virus and the shutdowns. We're just going to start with a grounding meditation and then we'll move on. So just have a pen and paper ready, and find a comfortable place where you are, whether you're sitting or lying down. So go ahead and as you get comfortable, close your eyes or take a soft gaze and just become aware of your breath. You're going to inhale through your nose and exhale through your nose or mouth. You're going to inhale through your nose and exhale through your nose or mouth. And depending on how your body is positioned, feel your pelvis supported by the chair or the floor. If your feet are on the floor, feel your feet grounded and also supported by the floor. And also, if you're lying down, feeling your back supported on the floor, your back supported against the chair. And as you breathe, just really tune in to the connections of your body to the chair or the floor. Just feeling yourself letting go, feeling your weight with gravity, and feeling those connections to the floor. And whatever parts of you are connected to the floor, maybe your feet, maybe your tail, just imagine yourself growing roots through your tail or the soles of your feet, and just rooting down through the floor, through the foundation of where you are, into the dirt, into the earth. And as you inhale and exhale anything that's not serving you right this moment through those roots right down into the earth. Continuing to breathe. And just like you're rooting down and letting go of what's not serving you at this moment, those same roots bring nutrients and what you need back up. So just feel this flow of what you don't need going down into the earth, but at the same time, you're being supported. As we move through today's prompts on loss and grief, remember that you're supported. Remember that you can come back to this place with your eyes closed or a soft gaze and just tap into your breathing and feel those roots grounding you to the earth below. Take another 2 or 3 breaths here. And gently come back to this space. You can open your eyes. So a little different than the other days, I would encourage you to draw or write. You can either just write down the prompts that I say, or if things bubble up for you, just write. And there's no perfection. It's really just putting everything down on a piece of paper that comes out of you. And just remember, if it gets to be too much, you can always go back to your breath. And just remember, as emotions rise up, just breathe. And with that exhale, I think we talked about it 2 days ago, with that exhale, just let it go by like a passing cloud. So the first prompt for today that we're going to sit with for a moment is, what have you lost because of this virus? What have you lost? And you're just taking this time for yourself, maybe writing it down. I would encourage you to do that. Or just close your eyes and just let things bubble up. And if the emotions start to come, it might be beneficial to just place one hand on your heart and breathe into your heart and let yourself know it's okay, because we're moving through this together. Now you can continue to jot down what you have lost. Maybe it's a job, maybe it's some events that were on your calendar, maybe it was some very big life milestones that have been canceled or postponed. Let's hold space for a moment, just taking a pause of what's coming up for you, and let's just honor these losses. So go ahead, close your eyes for a moment. And maybe you want to hold all of these losses, if you have a lot, in a cup, in a visual, like not tangible cup in front of you, and just hold them, or maybe in your hands, or maybe you just want to think about, meditate on one. So choose one to meditate on for a moment and honor, or if there's a lot and you want to put them all there, you can. But just close your eyes. I'm just going to hold my hands out and I'm thinking about what I have that has been canceled or postponed in the coming months. And just close your eyes and just honor those events, that job, those milestones. Have gratitude that some of these things were in your life and right now there's a change. Or maybe it was something you were looking forward to, and honoring all that you were looking forward to, those feelings, the good feelings that you were looking forward to this event. And just take a moment to honor that. And what does it look like to honor the things we had? Do you need, or are you feeling the need that you need to mourn or grieve these losses? Is there anything that's really popping up that you're really sad about? And I want to continue to hold that space, that if there's something that is really sad and you're upset, that it's okay to sit in that space for a while and be sad. Honoring that emotion, acknowledging that emotion, and taking the time to grieve. As you think about the losses, as you think about maybe some feelings that are coming up around that loss, what would it look like to hold space for these? Maybe today, maybe this weekend. What do you need to do to feel this sadness and mourn this loss? Maybe you want to write this down. Maybe you just want to sit and honor and acknowledge these emotions. There's a lot of options here. So just feel what is resonating with you at this moment and just sit with that. Pause with that. In our time together this morning, this is nothing that's going to be resolved. These are just prompts to help you put one foot in front of the other, or maybe just stand on both feet and just sit where you are. I'm going to continue to honor what's bubbling up for you, even though I don't know exactly what it is. I'm honoring that today, and I'm going to honor it again tomorrow. I've kind of set this weekend as a time to sit with loss and grief for those who feel that. And I would encourage you to take that time that you need. Who can you talk to as you grieve these losses? Who do you need to support you at this time? And how can you reach out to them? Let's take a moment and move back into a grounding meditation. So go ahead and just close your eyes or take a soft gaze. And just like we began, go into that breath and feel yourself supported where you are. And still, at the same time, holding space for the emotions that are coming up and the events and milestones and losses that you're holding. And continue to hold and honor those as you need to until it doesn't serve you anymore. So give yourself permission to grieve. Give yourself time and space. Well past this time here together. Again, with your feet grounded or your seat grounded in your chair, feeling the support from below, feeling your connection into the earth, letting go of what's not serving you, allowing yourself to hold space for loss. Thinking about who you can talk to, who can support you in this time. And just send gratitude to those people that are bubbling up for you that you can talk to through this, who will be there for you. Just send a prayer or some energy, whatever works for you, to those people that are bubbling up when you think about who you can talk to about these feelings of loss and milestones and events that have been postponed and or canceled. And then take a moment, if your hand is not on your heart, place your hand on your heart and give yourself grace and yourself direct gratitude towards yourself for taking this time today to acknowledge and become aware of loss in this time, and knowing that, giving yourself that gratitude that you're going to honor these losses, and then you're going to find time to let go of the feelings eventually. And it might not be this moment, it might not be today, but that eventually you're going to let go of the emotions tied to these losses. Before we close, go ahead, keep your eyes closed in that soft gaze. And what are you grateful for in this moment? What are you grateful for? It can be one thing, it can be a couple things, but what's coming up for you? As you breathe and feel your connection, the support from the chair and the floor and the earth. Breathe and just have gratitude for whatever is coming up for you today. As you continue to focus on that inhale and exhale, I invite you to start to think about the sounds around you. What do you hear? Just noticing the sounds you hear near to you and further away. As you slowly come back to this space, to a soft gaze, your eyes opened, continue to notice the sounds, even with your eyes open. Noticing the sounds close to you and the sounds further away. I want to thank you for joining me today. I know that um, this was not the easiest focus or prompts, and I encourage you, invite you to take the time that you need to move through this. But I just wanted to help people and support you in this journey. So thank you so much for joining me today. And I don't know if I'm going to do this tomorrow, but I'm for sure going to be back on Monday. So thank you so much. And remember, in your transitions in your day to day, to just pause and breathe.